Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
We had JKP Johnny in the chat. He was saying over under 2.5 minutes late. If you took the under, you won, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we've been getting better. I feel like we've been getting better on starting more on time, being a tad more punctual. It's a learning process for the boys over here on Fourth and Forever. TD, how's life, man? Talk to us.
Life is okay. Bust my phone up, so I got to get
you were
another
showing
one.
it to us.
But hey, man, we're here on Fourth and Forever. That's all that matters because this is always a great time. Let's get it.
It is always a great time. I don't believe that your daughter just knocked that out of your hands, and that's why it's so broken.
No, not knocked
It literally
out.
looked like you put it on your pavement and drove over it.
Not knocked out my hand. She was having fun with it. Okay.
Oh, she was having fun with it.
She was enjoying herself.
Got it. Richie, what's going on, man? The bye week is here for you. What's going on, Dan?
Bye week is here, man. I get to kick up and relax and soak in this winning feeling for a long time. And I'm excited for it, man. Winning just feels different, man. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Woohoo! And we got Knicks back on NBC tonight. So I'm just feeling good, man. The vibes are high. Halloween season's here. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We love you. Let's go into Roundtable Sports' Fourth and Forever. And we got to get into an update of the fantasy standings. Oh, because there's not new king. Sorry, there is an established king on the top.
Oh. Yeah, but like Richie's team is experiencing a bye, his fantasy team is experiencing a bye this week, and your boy Dan Mitchell's going up against them.
Well,
all my players are healthy now.
The adjustments I'm about to make.
I mean, dude, I'm looking at a 30-point differential on this fantasy matchup this week, man. I'm looking forward to it. I got
30-point differential according to what?
Me,
well,
brother.
that's because I made no adjustments. I have 4 people on my lineup that are not playing yet, so they're projected 0 points.
Oh,
that's why. Wait till I actually update my lineup, Dan. It won't be the case.
Man, you know what, folks? Definitely tap into the standings of the AFC's Roundtable.
I wish it was public knowledge. We can give everybody public standings. AFC's Roundtable fantasy league.
Yeah, like press conferences and stuff like that, like after a game. Like press conferences after a game, I think it'd be pretty big. Shout out to Dad Dean for becoming a YouTube member. We appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, guys. The trade deadline is so close. I can smell it. I can smell it right now. Next Tuesday, as a matter of fact, all 3 of us, including Colby, are going to be on Bleacher Reports on their YouTube channel, right, Rich?
Yeah, their app and their YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be epic. So we'll make sure that you guys know exactly where and when we're live. We're not going to have a Fourth and Forever episode that day. So we'll make sure you guys know exactly where to find us on the trade deadline day, a 2-hour special on Bleacher Report. It's going to be epic. We're going to be with an NFL insider, James Palmer. It's going to be sick.
It's going to be a great time. Indeed. All right. First topic of the day, and this comes from a pretty sad organization. I feel like that they really don't have a lot to be excited about this year. However, the New Orleans Saints have ended up giving the starting job to Tyler Shough. All right. They benched Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat. I thought that he had some pretty good games, barring the fact that they are only a 1-win type team. Was this the right decision for the Saints? Should they have stuck with Spencer Rattler? And are you convinced that they have the quarterback for the future on their roster today? I'm talking to TD on this one. What do you got?
They've never had the quarterback for the future on their roster in recent years. I mean, at the end of the day, they are sitting there. This is what New Orleans been doing. They have been just getting out of cap purgatory. The last few years, they realized they kicked the can down the road so much that they're so far behind. There's not another organization who has started negative in the cap so many years in a row. I remember a few years back, it was like negative 80 million, negative 70 million, negative 60 million for like year after year after year. So they're literally just paying for what they did about 5-6 years ago and kept kicking the can down the road. And now they're coming out on the back end of it. They don't have a quarterback on this roster they respect to lead this organization long term. And look for the Saints to potentially be drafters of a top quarterback in the draft coming up in the next year. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but the Saints will probably draft a quarterback in the first round. This will be the year.
Sure.
Spencer Rattler and whoever else they want to put out there, they're just not it. Okay, yeah. This franchise doesn't have anybody leading them.
So it speaks to that rumor too, where like we heard that the Saints are reportedly working on a long-term extension for Chris Olave as we speak. I do not buy that at all. That is your general manager doing his job, quite frankly. What you want to do is you want to elevate the value of said player. I think that he's trying to turn that third-round pick that it would normally cost for a player like Chris Olave into a second-round pick. You're not telling me that you are going to sign a wide receiver with a decorated concussion history to a 5-year extension and not having your quarterback on said roster. I think they are dangerously close to going on a fire sale, and we'll see if this quarterback class does them any favors next year. Richie, thoughts on Tyler Shuck getting the nod to be the starter for the Saints for the rest of the season? What do you got?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. You know, our boy Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat-a-tat-tat had his opportunity and he fumbled, and TD's right on the money. I mean, you know, you look at these teams that are at the top of the draft. The Saints now have the first overall pick. At this point, they're easily drafting a quarterback up at the top. You know, their future is not on their roster. Spencer Rattler is not their future. Tyler Shuck is not their future unless he goes out there and balls somehow. But yeah, I think that this is the evaluation mode that the Saints are in. They got a brand new head coach. They're trying to establish something, and I'm excited to see how they look. You know, you look at the Saints and you look at the Tank Bowl, if you call it that. The Saints play the Titans this year at the end of the year against in December, and the Jets. So those two games are really going to determine the top of the draft. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Tyler Shuck looks like, though. I think that he did not look good last week when he got subbed in, but he was one of those more pro-ready prospects I saw in the draft this past year. So we'll see if it will translate.
And so our Saints friend is coming in. He's saying, got to have weapons for the future quarterback, Dan. Well, I can tell you this, right? A lot of times you see that there is a significant difference in chemistry between a quarterback and a wide receiver. A perfect example right now is Brian Thomas Jr. BTJ balled out last year, but nobody talks about the fact that that chemistry was established with Mac Jones. And we see how Trevor Lawrence is playing with BTJ. If I was the Saints, I wouldn't sign Chris Olave to a multi-year contract. I would rather get a quarterback and then get a new wide receiver in the draft. So even if there isn't chemistry with that new wide receiver and your quarterback of the future, you can walk away with very limited cap implications. If you sign Chris Olave to a multi-year extension and him and this new quarterback are just not gelling, guess what? You're on the hook for millions. So I'm all but convinced. I will be shocked if Chris Olave is not on the move. And so I'm not sure about you guys on that one, but I'm not buying it. Like, he's going to be gone and he's going to be on another team in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just look at it from a different lens, just from he is injury prone and stuff, and he's a concussion away, you can say. But like from the Saints perspective, I just think it makes no sense at all to trade away your best receiver when you're trending to get a new quarterback next year, because then you're setting up your quarterback for nothing next year. And yeah, the chemistry is one thing, but you want that young quarterback to have somebody to lean on. You got Raheem Shaheed, you got Chris Olave, two solid weapons. If you can get some type of draft pick out of it, great. But Chris Olave has proven to be a good enough receiver that I would invest long-term into. Personally, I just think that receivers are a premium, especially when you invest a first-round pick in them. So unless it seems out there aggressive for him.
For sure. Like, so their financial situation is the fork in the road for me right now, though, because like you can still accomplish having somebody that a young quarterback can rely on by some aging veteran, and you could sign him to a 1-year deal for like $10 million. Like, think of like Cooks, for example, or if like you want the ghost of DeAndre Hopkins on the Saints next year, if he decides to play again in 2026. But I don't know, TD, and are you buying that New Orleans is seriously considering extending Chris Olave?
You never know because they made a lot of ridiculous extensions over the last several years.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. So, but Dan, is this motive for the Buffalo Bills? Because you all won Olave?
So I'll tell you who I would like. All right. Like my list of wide receivers I would like for the Buffalo Bills to target. All right. Number 1 is Chris Olave. Yes, I would like him to be a Buffalo Bill if possible, but it's more of like a 1A, 1B, 1C for me. Number 2 is Jordan Addison. He would also be an interesting get for the Buffalo Bills. And then number 3, I'm not so excited about this one, but I feel like it's the most realistic, is Jacoby Myers. He's probably the most realistic option. He's not my favorite, but I do think that he will most likely be.
So you gave up on the Garrett Wilson dream?
I'm doing myself a favor
because
and I am allowing
it was a
myself
dream.
to
It always
be
was a dream.
surprised. I am allowing myself to be surprised, right? But it's going to be tough with Garrett Wilson. Waddle is more likely than Wilson if I had to go between the two. Both of them are extremely unlikely, but I could make an argument that Waddle would be more likely as a Buffalo Bill than Garrett Wilson as a Buffalo Bill.
I'll give you a percentage chance of Garrett Wilson getting traded.
Okay. 0. Okay. So not even 0.1%. Like
not even
0.01%.
He is not even being thought about being traded.
Okay. All right. Okay. What about you, TD?
Waddle makes a little more sense.
No. So not the percentage that he's going to the Buffalo Bills, but what's the percentage that you think he's getting traded in general?
2%.
2?
Because you got to overpay. He's tradable. I'm pretty sure you offer the right price. Miami's sending them, but nobody gonna pay it.
Well, the thing is, so as far as cap hits for him, so with the acquired cap for Waddle is like $500,000 this year, $2 million next year, and then it's 27 year 3.
Yeah.
So he's affordable in the short term. So if a team wants to go on ahead and just collect on the cap to
the cap ain't an issue.
Elevate,
any team that get him, they'll be able to work those numbers easily. I mean, it'll actually be a light contract when it's all said and done for them. We're on the hook for the guarantees. But again, Waddle still has a potential 5-6 year stretch in him. So even if Miami's going in that rebuild mode and they get a new quarterback, we're talking about a 2-year lull, but he'll still be there for another 3 years to really execute on the back end, potentially, So I don't know. But the right price is the right price. And to me, just to even listen, that's going to start with a first. Okay, now we're talking real talk, Second, if it wasn't a desperation situation, a second would probably be it, but it could probably going to start with a first. And I don't know many teams that's going to do that unless it's a late drafting team, a team that know that they're going to go deep in the playoffs to potentially entertain it. Like Buffalo, which is crazy. Maybe it depends because y'all might fall from here. But yeah, Buffalo is the type of team that I would have as a candidate of taking that risk, but they're not going to do it. Like we sit here and we all talk about what y'all need, Dan, but that front office isn't showing any indication that they're going to address it.
And so the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah. I mean, have they showed any indication that they're really trying to go after a premier receiver?
Yeah.
They have.
So we'll make a move. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make a move. And so we've been seeing reports, like we've been making calls on Myers. I think we made a call on Olave as well.
7 days.
So B normally does make a move when he has cash, and he does, right? Like granted, he has $2 million, but all the receivers that I listed would only cost about like $500,000-$600,000. Yeah. For the past 2 years, when Buffalo had a glaring need on the roster, like he filled it. Like with 2 years ago, we needed the CB2. We brought in Rasul Douglas. Last year, when we needed a wide receiver, we made a trade for Amari Cooper, who was also cheap, a 1-year rental. So, yeah, I think that we bring somebody in.
All right, well, we'll see.
I'm excited for this trade deadline a week from today.
It's not just the receivers either. So when you look at Josh Allen, he's regressed in a lot of advanced metrics. So it's unpacking a lot of things. And when you compare his first 7 games last season Dude was top 3 in EPA and DVOA and all of those advanced metrics that just look at the quarterback's performance. Now you fast forward to his first 7 games, and he's ranked like 9th in 2 of them and 11th in the other. So a lot of it is just Josh not being comfortable. Some people are under the impression that he doesn't like working under center. Like you can tell that like he's struggling like with his 3 and 5 step dropbacks. He's not seeing guys that are open. So it's
Where
not
would you
so
rank
much
Josh Allen in the league right now? TD,
like right now based off of how he's playing.
like 2025 quarterbacks in the NFL.
There's 32 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, there's 32. Yes, TD.
Yeah, there's 32 quarterbacks. Right now, I'd probably. It's tough for me to say. I would probably need to like. So
Let
what I
Dan
would
answer.
need you to do is like list off quarterbacks, and I'll tell you whether or not that I have him above or below,
It's not
like
tough,
based
man.
off of this year alone.
All right.
Yeah. List off quarterbacks, and then I will tell you if Josh is playing better or worse.
All right. So we got Justin Herbert.
Worse.
Hey, let Dan answer this, TD.
Worse.
Hold up. I'm pulling up the stat-a-tat-tats real fast. Let me see.
We got
Herbert.
eyes then.
Herbert, he's playing better than Herbert.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Now, off the top of your head, where do you think Josh Allen ranks in terms of total passing yards this season?
Passing yards, like 13th, 14th.
20th. And guess who's above him? Spencer
Who's that?
Rattler.
Oh, it's over.
Enter rat-a-tat-tat.
It's over for y'all.
All right. So we got Justin Herbert, you admit's playing better. Patrick Mahomes.
No, he's above Allen.
Mahomes is above Allen. Dak Prescott.
He's above Allen too.
Daniel Jones.
He is above Allen.
Drake May.
He is above Allen.
Baker Mayfield.
He is not above Allen, surprisingly enough, on EPA.
What are you talking about? EPA?
Okay, so you're looking at an EPA list to justify your.
Gosh.
I am.
So you think Josh Allen is playing better football than Baker Mayfield this season?
This is my.
Well, based off of advanced metrics, yes.
Yeah. Throw them away then.
Based off of
no,
advanced metrics.
So look, we can sit here. Look, any scrub off of the street can go up and, oh my God, look at the passing yards. Oh my God, look at the completion percentage. That sounds like TD Finn's talk in 2022 on Tua's year. All right. Like we're talking about overall efficiency. And I've been fair. And so according to advanced metrics, so there's 8 quarterbacks that are better than Josh Allen this year with EPA. Sam Darnold, and I know you're excited about that, Rich. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, Daniel Jones, Drake May, and Dak Prescott. That's where we're at real fast. And then when you end up going into DVOA, and for anyone that doesn't know what this means, this is basically comparing league average to how everybody is playing. And with DVOA, this is where Josh takes a significant drop off, and he's at 13th. Although that I'm not going to include some of the quarterbacks that have like less than like 30 attempts. Like Dart wouldn't be in here. So basically Josh would be at about 11. Like once you end up taking out some of the guys that only have like 20, 30 plus attempts.
So does it like make your blood boil that there's a quarterback now in the division that's playing objectively better quarterback play than Josh Allen?
I mean, of course it does. Yeah, I mean, of course it does. And so, of course, it bothers me. You know what I mean? But one thing, and so that's helpful, is he plays better once you end up bringing in higher quality competition. Or like those teams that are known to be like the AFC teams that wreak havoc. Right? Like knowing that this is a big game.
In the regular season?
Yeah. And so we're in the regular season right now. So that's basically how it all kind of plays out. So I'm anticipating that Josh is going to have a good game against Kansas City. He always does. So I think that we're going to see more of like, oh, that's the Josh Allen.
That's who y'all play this week?
We'll play Kansas City.
We got a super chat from Sergeant Moonshine, $5. How's it going, guys? Dan, didn't get to finish my thoughts yesterday. Someone cut me off. I see how it is. JK, all love. It's a radio station.
My friend. Yeah, it's a radio station. We keep you on for 20 to 30 seconds. So
if you listen to Sports Talk Radio, it's just the same. It's the same thing, man. It's never personal. We just want to make sure that the show flows fluently. Appreciate you, brother. Excited to hear you call in again. Tony, did someone slug Tua? Hashtag hug Bob. No more punching Bob, man.
That W slugged him. We got that W, man.
Nice pat on the back. Thoughts on officiating an Eagles-Giants game? This could be a whole topic. The tush push is gone after this year.
Oh,
it's created. And the thing about the tush push I hate, which is exactly what I'm doing right now, is it's talked about way too much. And we have to talk about it for that reason. Like, the tush push is it's becoming a narrative that every single sports talk show hosts and every radio station has to talk about. We shouldn't be talking about this. And I hate that that's dominating things. Like, that's such a thing that I hate when something like that dominates it. That fumble was a fumble. And the fact that was not ludicrous.
Yeah, he was not down. And so what's frustrating about the play too is that it's not called consistently. Technically, when you look at it, it is always a false start. It is always a false start. One of the linemen is moving right before the ball is snapped each and every single time. Last week against the Panthers, so the Buffalo Bills had a tush push called back because it was an illegal formation. But then when you ended up watching the Philadelphia Eagles game, they were quite literally in the exact same formation as the Buffalo Bills were. But that was, okay, yeah, we'll swallow the whistle on this one. It's just too complicated. It's just way too complicated for these officiating teams to call consistently. It's dead. It's dead for sure. But I don't know. And so I hope Buffalo can just utilize the hell out of it right until it's done.
Your thoughts, TD?
It's gone. Yeah, this year it's gone. I forgot which game that was that they did it like 4 times in a row at the goal line or something. That was
the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, it was the Philadelphia Eagles.
But I forgot which team they were playing, but I think maybe Minnesota or something. I don't know. But it's officially gone. I think that moment showed everybody, this isn't football, man. If you're going to just keep doing that. But for me, I don't think it should be. It's a play. It's a legal play. At the end of the day, it's just hard to stop. And you got to be able to push better than the opposing team. The problem is you're at a disadvantage. If you line that D line up and you put 6 guys and you win that push battle, they don't get the tush push. The problem is putting those guys on that line, if they fake it or anything like that, leaves you exposed with a quick pass or something. That's what makes it so hard to guard. So, yeah, it's a disadvantage, but it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game, but they're going to get rid of it.
They are going to get rid of it, man. That dastardly tush push. Well, I'll tell you what, as mentioned previously, the trade deadline is exactly a week away. And those poor Minnesota Vikings, right? Like, they just cannot stay healthy at the quarterback position. It looks like J.J. McCarthy is coming back against the Detroit Lions this week, but they are without a backup quarterback. Carson Wentz is having season-ending shoulder surgery. And rumors are swirling that the Minnesota Vikings have called the New York Giants asking if either Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston are available. So those two could be names to watch for at the NFL trade deadline in case JJ ultimately ends up suffering another injury, or maybe he's just not the answer. I think my question is this. Do we think that the Minnesota Vikings are going to finish in the basement of the division this year? Is there any part of you that believes they can turn things around? I'm going to talk to TD on this one.
The quarterback situation, until that's figured out, you don't know where you're going to go from there. And is JJ healthy enough to play right now?
So they're saying that he should be good. He should be good against Detroit.
Okay, well, hey, as long as he gets out there and they can get back to business, they can hope that he can continue to grow and develop. But I think Minnesota should just dial this season in. You know, again, you got a young quarterback. You know, you already fell behind. Now, you're not too far behind. That's the crazy part about it. But I don't see the crazy specialness in JJ yet to really feel like this team can like lean on him. You know, so at the end of the day, they need to figure that out. And maybe Richie's right in this regard. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe Sam should have stayed. But we don't know. We'll see when it's all said and done.
How we know?
No, we don't know. I mean, Sam could have came and won 14 games. That wouldn't have proved nothing in Minnesota. It's a matter of the playoffs, big games, and the big moments for Minnesota. Now, he's shown a little bit of that with Seattle, which is a good sign. But again, play the season out. Let's see how it ends, because we've seen this before. Guys fall flat on their face.
It's more simple than you think. The Vikings made literally one offseason move in the offseason. What was it? The quarterback position.
Yeah.
The roster's the same. The coaching staff's the same. Everything's the same. They made one move at quarterback, and now look at them.
No, I disagree.
You disagree.
Remember, I actually follow.
And let me just remind you also, what was the narrative around Sam too? Oh, well, he's got the best coach. He's got the best receiver. It's not Sam. It's everything around him. Any quarterback can be successful there.
I mean, he's still got some receivers, Richie. I mean,
What do you mean?
I mean, he ain't got no receivers. And
this has nothing to do with Seattle. This is to do with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, what I'm saying
point is, they made the wrong decision, and now they regret. If they kept Sam Darnold, I guarantee you they have a way better record than they do right now.
Yeah, they can have a better record, Richie, but when you're running an organization, you're going to be looking at long term. Sam Darnold, as of right now, he still ain't proven he the long-term answer. He got to wait till he get to the big moment. And that's where he'll be able to prove it.
I bet you if you ask any Vikings fan, would you rather be out there competitive like 6-2 right now, or have an injury-prone rookie quarterback and a veteran that's now out, like their season's a mess?
Yeah, as a fan, you're going to want to be competitive, but to what end? Every Vikings fan, they know. And you know what? You know what's funny about that, Richie? You don't hear Vikings fans saying we should have kept Sam.
I see.
You don't hear that. No, you don't. And you know why? Because they knew what he was when it mattered most. It's the same thing with Tua. You can go beat up on 12 bad teams a season and always lose pretty much when it matters most, late in the season or in the playoffs. And just because you win 12 games, we should have stuck with that? No, it's still a dead end.
He won 14 games, not 12. Like this is what the problem is, bro. We just forget everything he did last year gets flushed down the drain.
He didn't win 14, Richie. That wasn't led by him. You think this team was led by Sam last year?
I'm not saying he was led by Sam, but he had a huge reason why they were that good. A massive reason. And I think you and everybody else does not give him enough credit for the job that he did as the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings last year. And it's proof right here.
I give him credit for the job he did as a quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings last year in the regular season to help get them to the playoffs. Again, people are looking at the NFL now.
But they didn't just get in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did. They just got in.
They didn't barely get in. They won 14 games.
They were a wild card team
with 14 wins.
Yep, they were still a wild card team. And guess why they didn't win their division?
Because of Aaron Glenn.
Sam Darnold.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, what he did to who?
Sam Darnold.
Okay, that's why they didn't win their division, because of Sam Darnold. So for KOC, I think he's looking bigger picture. I know what I got in Sam. I know he can be a good quarterback under my system, but I'm not ever going to go deep or get over the hump with this guy.
So now we're just going to cement it. Now Sam fell apart in those 2 games. That's who he is forever. Like there's no room for improvement.
2 games?
Yeah, 2 big games. He fell apart.
No, four.
2.
4. Rams. I think if I'm not
4
mistaken.
out of 17 games.
Yep. Them 4 out of 17, Richie.
So now we're cementing that. That's who he is. We never want to give him a chance to go out there and prove himself in a bigger moment again.
He's getting
a mistake.
He's getting his chance right now. I didn't say that we're just cementing.
And Seattle should be like popping champagne. They got him for a bargain of a contract.
See, Minnesota should have been popping champagne until
they got a bargain. They got a quarterback that is a bargain right now, who is absolutely balling. And the reason why I feel like some people still don't want to give Sam the credit is because you're not watching the games. You're just looking at the stats.
What credit? Do you know how many quarterbacks in this league putting up numbers and doing great things, but when it matters most,
it's not about the numbers. It's about the type. It's not the type of quarterback he is doing right now. That's all I'm saying. If you just look at the box score,
then regular season flash.
All right, then no Flowers deserves to go to Drake May. There's no Flowers that should go to
regular season flash.
All right. I mean, if that you are the most hypocritical talk show host I've ever met. Because the Bills never beat anybody. Now the Patriots are beating nobodies, and you're like blazing the Patriots.
The Bills. The Patriots.
I'm just giving you an example. All you do is just whatever fits your narrative goes. You're going to give all the flowers to the people that go to the regular season, but him.
You don't listen to a full narrative. My point is the difference between the Patriots and Drake May and Sam Darnold. I already know what Sam Darnold is for like 5 years in the league, and he have a little blemish moment, and all of a sudden, oh, he's a great now. But Drake May, since coming in, nothing but going up. So, yeah, I'm going to ride on the Patriots more than I'm going to ride on what Sam Darnold's doing. I need to see Sam Darnold when it matters most. That's the next hump for him.
But the question comes down to this: the Vikings should regret moving on from Stan. Point blank.
Why would they?
Absolutely. But look at them right now without him, bro. Look at him.
They knew they weren't going to win a playoff game or a Super Bowl with him. Why would they?
How do you know that? Because of one?
Because he was so
one season.
Horrible. He was
you don't even give anybody chances to grow and learn from their failures. That's ridiculous, bro.
He's horrible when it matters most. He didn't beat nobody worth substance. He didn't play no amazing games when it mattered most.
He went out there and balled last year. Borderline MVP talk, bro.
Yeah, regular season. Tua's had a season like that too. Tua's had a season like that.
Close to what Sam did last year.
2022
led his team to 14 wins.
Season out the water.
He led his team to 14 wins.
Yeah, but Tua's 2022 season blows Sam Darnold's season out the water.
So my question is this, TD: are you saying that the Vikings would be in no different situation if Sam Darnold was their quarterback?
I didn't say that. From a regular season standpoint, they probably would be in a better situation right now. My point is, Dan, it's like going for a Super Bowl, right? And you know you got a guy who's going to win you 10, 11, 12, 13 games every year, right? But when it matters most, when he goes up against the big dogs of the league, he don't just lose. He plays horrific. I mean, just terrible. In those games, those were the only games like that last year. Those were the only ones. That's sample size. So it doesn't prove to me. KOC, I trust more than anybody when it comes to quarterbacks. So when KOC makes a decision, I'm going to move on from him. That kind of almost tells me he knows that he got Sam playing good, but Sam is not the answer.
He made a mistake. You made a mistake.
It's not like that there's a big sample size of games that matter most.
I agree. But all four were just horrible.
KOC is going to look back at that moment. He let a franchise quarterback walk out his organization.
So if it happens again, then what? If he wins 13 games this year and then in the first round he gets smacked up and he plays horrible, what do we do with that? What do we do with that? We just say it's okay.
We're playing a game of what if. We have no idea how the season is going to turn out.
Y'all are playing a game of what if. I already have a sample size from last year. Y'all ignoring it.
2 games.
And also, let's go back to one thing, a lie that you just said. You said that Tua Tagovailoa's best year was better than Sam's last year. That is not true.
Or 2023, one of them?
Wrong. Sam beat him in every single metric. And he won more games, had more passing touchdowns, less interceptions, higher rating. I mean, that's just a lie.
One more games, Richie, once again. Flores won at least 10 of them games, man.
He had more passing touchdowns, less interceptions, a higher passer rating, and he won 14 games.
Won 14 games? You really think Sam Darnold was responsible for 14 games last year?
Okay, then answer this, TD. How come the Vikings are not going to win 14 games this year?
Because they're turning the ball over.
Oh, why? Because who don't they have a quarterback anymore?
And
the only difference they made.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you're missing. The Vikings had no difference this season besides quarterback. Why aren't they winning 14 games this year? The Vikings can just win games with anybody at quarterback. Nonsense.
Because you don't pay attention to the Vikings. You know why? Because you're sitting here saying Sam Darnold is the only thing. The Vikings defense has been one of the most hurt defenses for the first 7 weeks. They're just getting everybody back. They've been missing 4 or 5 starters every single. It's a fact. Go look it up. They've been missing 4 or 5 starters almost every single week.
Their offense was electric last year, and their offense is not electric anymore. And what's the big difference on the offensive side of the ball?
Was their defense better last year?
What about their offense that lit it up last year? That was the backbone of their franchise last year.
Another thing you're forgetting, the offense was so crazy last year because the defense gave them 100 more opportunities. The defense turned the ball over.
I'm done having this conversation with you because you obviously just never want to give credit. It's so black and white. There's one difference of the Vikings this year. It's quarterback, and now they're trash compared to last year. Because the narrative was simply that Sam did nothing. He had no impact of them winning football games last year. That's all I heard. And now he's gone, and now he's thriving in Seattle, and the Vikings are going down. It's that simple, man. This is a debate that is just...
Once again, Richie, you won't answer the question. If Seattle goes to the playoffs and Sam plays horrific and gets smacked in the first round, what do you take of that?
And what if he doesn't?
13, 14 games. What would you take of that at that moment? Does that tell you anything, or it's the same thing?
So we're talking about hypotheticals here. The question was, would they be in a better... I hate that whole thing. Like, what about when it matters most? Like, stop living in January and February. The question is,
it's the only time it matters.
Better position right now if Sam Darnold was in that.
So you're telling me
y'all ignore the months that matter the most, and then wonder why your team ain't in the situation.
So the parity of the NFL is so crazy. Like, we are seeing teams, right, destroy a squad, but then that same team that got belt to ass the following week makes an upset at the end of the day. When you get to the dance, a lot of these games are determined by final possession, by one play, by the ball bouncing their way in one specific moments. So you're damn right. You're damn right. Why would I move on from a guy? Why would I move on from a guy that got me there, knowing the parity that exists in the playoffs?
He didn't get him there, Dan.
That's where you're so wrong,
15 wins. What's your argument?
The defense was crazy last year. What they gave this,
he was top 5 in all passing metrics. If you're telling me that he had nothing to do with Sam, you're out of your mind.
You're acting like Sam did nothing last year. That's where you're so wrong. It's actually hilarious how wrong you are.
Sam played well.
He played better than well.
He played well. He didn't play well. Playing well is when it matters most as well. You have to be able to show it then too.
You just said out of your own mouth that Sam did not get them there in that situation.
He didn't get them there.
35 passing touchdowns, 4,300 yards. He didn't do anything. He had zero impact. It was the defense, Dan. It was the defense that led the Vikings to 14 wins.
They are going to say the defense. You asked any Minnesota Viking fan.
Yeah, it was the defense. 35 passing touchdowns, lighting up.
He'll have an opportunity to prove himself.
Sam had no impact in winning, just like the Seahawks this year.
He did.
What change did the Seahawks make? Oh, they got a new quarterback. Now look at the Seahawks.
Once again, Sam contributed in winning against all the bad teams. He contributed. How many times I got to say that? He contributed.
And the reality is this, and let's go down your path of the hypotheticals. Say the Seahawks go to the playoffs and Sam does not play well and they get bounced.
He plays
I still guarantee the Vikings last year will still take that over what they're going through this year.
Of course they're going to keep taking it. Keep on taking it and keep losing, and eventually it's going to be.
You never know. Maybe he'll break free. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about this. Lamar Jackson.
Some players.
What has he done in the playoffs for how many years in a row, TD? You're going to say Lamar Jackson is nothing?
Some players.
What has Lamar Jackson done in the postseason, TD?
Listen. You look at Lamar Jackson playoff games, he may have a turnover too, but he's fighting the whole game. He's playing actually the whole game.
Hey, dude, he is awful in the playoffs.
He's historically terrible in his playoffs.
Y'all are kidding me, man. I watched the last 2 seasons with Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. The man, if he has a fumble,
he's awful.
Like, look at Lamar. But he's driving down the field. His guy fumbling on the 1. His guy fumbling at the 5.
You are so capping, bro. Let's talk about Lamar in his first few seasons in the playoffs. Not last year.
He was garbage. First few seasons.
Okay, and so was Sam. So we're not going to give him another chance? We're not going to give Sam another chance? That was his first season. Nonsense.
How many years has Sam been in the league?
That was his first time in the playoffs.
We're talking about a Lamar Jackson who was going to the playoffs at an early age.
That was his first time in big moments, and he crumbled, and now that's who he is forever?
Again, Sam Darnold helped the Minnesota Vikings win games last year. I get that.
I'll say this.
All I'm telling you is
J.J. McCarthy was the quarterback last year. How many wins do the Vikings have last year?
I don't
fully healthy JJ instead of Sam last year.
I have no idea. I don't know what it would have been.
Maybe 9.
I don't know what he would have been with that
Not
defense.
14. I'll tell you that much.
You're gonna tell me not to play the if game, but that's what you're doing. You don't know what he would have been with that
Because
defense
you're not evaluating the impact that Sam had on that football team.
Richie,
That's all you're doing.
The defense won 10 games last year themselves. Do you not? You watched them games last year?
Yeah, of course I did.
Was doing.
Dude, like,
Defense played lights out for most of the time. They gave Sam Darnold the ball so many times in the red zone. It was easy.
Goodness.
And don't act like they didn't run the ball well either.
The whole offense was unlocked.
Well,
KOC made a decision, and y'all want me to question his decision. I think KOC just saw Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I made Sam Darnold a good quarterback, but you know what? We ain't ever getting over the hump with him. Maybe that's exactly what he said. Now, for y'all to say, well, he made a mistake doing that. What? Because he having some more regular season good games? So
no, because it's not about what he's doing in Seattle. It's about what the situation is right now with Minnesota.
Yeah, you can't predict injuries.
If Sam Darnold was healthy right now with Minnesota, they'd be tied for first place in the NFC North.
Who says that Minnesota wouldn't if JJ was healthy or the defense was healthy?
Because
he's not.
Neither of them. JJ's not even close to Sam Darnold.
If the defense was healthy alone, they might be in a better position.
JJ McCarthy's
the only reason.
what Sam is.
So the only reason why Sam Darnold was moved on from was not because, I don't know if he can get it done. No, it was not. He was likely under pressure from ownership since they ended up drafting a quarterback in the first round the year before. They had no idea that he was going to suffer a knee injury, and they didn't think that Sam Darnold would be able to take that elevation that he did when he came into Minnesota. They didn't walk away from him because they didn't think that he could get it done in the playoffs. They walked away from him because they made a significant investment in the first round with a young guy, and that, unfortunately, is not working as fast as they thought that it would. That's why he left. It was not some Sam Darnold sucks, you can't get it done after just one sample size of a game.
The Ravens should have got rid of Lamar. The Ravens should have got rid of Lamar when he fell apart in the playoffs.
You hear out of your mouth me saying Sam sucks. I didn't say he sucked. What Sam Darnold is right now to me is a quarterback who is and always will be at his best good enough not to be good enough. That's all I'm saying. And I think KOC know that. I think KOC knows that. He's good enough not to be good enough. Now, if he go prove it otherwise, then we have different sample size. But right now, we just automatically know this guy, yeah, I believe he can be good enough one day. No, I don't see that in Sam Darnold. Let's see as the year goes on if he continues to play at a high level, especially when it matters most. That's all that matters in this league, man, when it matters most. Dan said, when we get to the playoffs, these games come down to one possession, one this, one that.
Yeah, but
why wasn't that the case?
I think you're not evaluating it.
They got blown out.
Of course, it matters when it matters the most, TD, but I think you're diminishing the whole notion of how important it is in this league to have a franchise quarterback. Without a franchise quarterback, you're nothing. Regular season success is important.
He's not
regular season success
quarterback. That's my point.
He's on his way to prove that right now in Seattle.
He's what? Say that again.
He's on his way to prove that in Seattle.
He's on his way to hope to prove that. That's the point. That's the only difference between what me and you talking about. You think he's on his way to prove it?
I think if Minnesota gave him the same contract, I think he'd be the franchise quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings for the next 5-10 years.
He wouldn't be. And what makes a franchise quarterback? Just getting the contract? Is that what we're saying?
No, a winning quarterback that is consistently with the same team leading into the playoffs every year. That's a franchise quarterback.
What? Just going to the playoffs?
Yeah, like Lamar Jackson early in his career.
No, that's not a franchise.
So Lamar was not a franchise quarterback early on?
No, franchise quarterback.
Bombing out in the playoffs?
A franchise quarterback has carry.
Who's Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert is a quarterback for the Chargers.
And he's not a franchise quarterback, Herbert?
Justin Herbert hasn't yet to prove to be their franchise quarterback. He's still got his own hurdles he got to get over.
And what's Justin Herbert to you?
Justin Herbert is a great quarterback that in a big moment, he doesn't show up. And that's his problem right now.
What makes him great?
He has all the intangibles. He can make every throw. He's also being mobile now, which is going to be dangerous this year.
Oh, boy. Let's go down this road because you are done with this argument. Are you kidding me? What has Justin Herbert proved in this league that Sam has not?
You don't like that.
Name one thing.
What did you just say? That? Yeah. What did Herbert prove that Sam hasn't?
Yeah. Let's hear it. What has Justin Herbert done? Besides what, TD? Regular season games that mean nothing? That's what we're going to do?
Hey, he has the same number of playoff wins as Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Exactly. What has Justin Herbert done that makes him great?
He has the same number of playoff wins
good enough not to be good enough. And that's a fact.
Can I get you and Richie to just pay attention just for a moment? Didn't I just criticize Herbert for the same thing? His flaw is in the big moments.
No. TD, you said he is great. What has he proven to be great?
Herbert's skill set is top 7 in the entire NFL, period. That's the guy you want to build around.
No. Justin Herbert. But according to your metrics, TD, none of that matters. All I care about is big moments, and he has done nothing in big moments. Lost to Trevor Lawrence.
Hold on.
Therefore, he is a quarterback that is good enough not to be good enough.
That's where the lie comes in. Y'all love to inflate when he doesn't do well in the big moment, but you ignore when he does well in the big moment. Are you sitting here and telling me Herbert don't have several big wins against teams in his own division, like the Chiefs and things like that, late in the season when it matters most? He has big wins. He has big moment wins. Sam don't.
That's led to what?
That's the difference. Go look it up. Go look it up. Herbert has big wins and golden wins.
Justin Herbert is a quarterback that is good enough not to be good enough, just based off your scale.
Maybe.
And this is my point. Okay. You have your crush on Herbert because you wish the Dolphins drafted him, by the way. That's why the Dolphins made a huge mistake. They should have drafted Herbert, because if you want to evaluate in the big moment, Herbert has done just as much in this league as Sam.
Did I not say that already? Did I not say that already? See,
no, you said he's great. Those are your words. He's not great.
He has a great skill set in the NFL.
He is not great.
So
what has Justin Herbert done in this league to say he's great?
I'm not talking about what they've done. I said skill set, Richie. Does he not have a better skill set than Sam Darnold? Yes or no?
Yeah, he's got a better skill set.
Okay. Does he have a great skill set?
I would argue Sam has a great skill set.
I asked you, does Herbert have a great skill set?
Yeah, he's got a great skill set.
All right. Sam Darnold doesn't. You can argue
production in the NFL, though. Skill set alone. What are you talking about? Raw talent? I don't care about raw talent. I'm talking about production.
Raw talent.
Okay, cool. That does not make him a great quarterback. You know who else has a great skill set? Caleb Williams. What is he doing with it?
No. See, here's the difference.
Caleb Williams has a fantastic skill set.
Let me prove to you, Richie. Here's the difference between a Herbert season and a Sam Darnold season. Herbert can go put up 30 points a game, and his defense can give up 35 a game.
Yeah, but here. So Herbert has carried against the Chiefs. TD is right. But then again, he's going back on what he believes to be true. That regular season does not matter.
Dan,
he's saying that regular season is completely meaningless. So what does that mean?
If you'll pause and listen, did I relegate Sam Darnold to one playoff game? No, I talked about the 4 games he had, the late season, division on the line, those games, the regular season games. And like you even pointed out, Dan, December and January are the big games when you still are in it. That's what matters. Herbert has played several big games just to get his team there. Now, he got there and played a bad game, but he didn't do like Sam and play all bad games to get to that point. No, he didn't against the good competition. That's all I'm saying, man. Listen, Sam Darnold could very well end up being a franchise quarterback, and hell, he could end up being elite. But right now, I don't believe that he is, and he still has something to prove. If he goes and win his 12, 13 games and get bounced in the first round, blown out, because he's the reason, he is exactly who I said I think he is. And I could be wrong. That's all I'm saying.
And let's just keep this consistent. Right now, Justin Herbert is the better quarterback than Sam Darnold. I don't want to get that confused based off my argument. I'm not saying that's the case. But if Justin Herbert goes to the playoffs and lays an egg, like you're hypothetically saying that Sam Darnold does, then he is exactly what you say Sam Darnold is. That's all I'm saying.
And if you follow my take on Herbert, I praised Herbert early in his career. And as of late, I've said Herbert has
what you need to do, TD. What you need to do, not just in this argument, but any argument we ever been in throughout our entire history, is be consistent. Because you're not being
consistent. You're not listening.
That's all I'm saying. With your takes about quarterbacks, your takes about teams, it needs to be consistent around everything.
You still haven't outlined the inconsistency. That's my point. You haven't.
We had the issue last night on the AFC East Roundtable. The same thing now.
What is it? You're not saying what it is. You're just saying you're inconsistent. That's all
you know what they are. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole again.
Exactly. You're not naming not one of them, Richie, because you hear one thing, but I'm saying another. And then I have to elaborate on what I'm saying because it's Sam, and I think that's what it is. Sam Darnold, it has played good football in the NFL the last year and a half. I personally believe that he's good enough not to be good enough.
And that's okay. I am not saying that you should not be saying those things. All I'm saying is the energy you have towards Sam, you should have the same energy towards other quarterbacks. That's it.
And what other
and I'm not saying you should not feel those ways. You have every right to feel those ways because he has to step at the big moments. I'm not saying that's not the case. All I'm saying is keep that energy around the NFL.
What quarterback am I not having it for? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, we started off with Herbert. You called him great. I mean, I don't know where.
He is great to me. I believe that he is. Now he's taking some massive hits, Richie, because he hasn't shown up in the big moment, and that's hurting him. And for me personally, he got one more year. If he go out there and do that crap again this year, he's going to be relegated into that good enough not to be good enough. But he's built enough cachet for me to give him another year. Sam, I done seen too many years. I've seen too many years. I know what he is. But I could be wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm not actually disagreeing with you, Richie. What I'm saying is you have your stance and I have mine. This was all about me and my take saying I think KOC saw it ahead of all of us. He saw it. I think that he knows I got a good quarterback, but I don't know if this guy is ever going to do any carrying. Tell me what quarterback making it far in the playoffs didn't have to do carrying. Please name the quarterback that went for, and again, just like the Super Bowl game, did he not carry?
No.
I know the defense was phenomenal, but did Hurts not carry on offense? No. He was the only thing cooking on offense. What are you talking about?
Wait. Did you just say Jalen Hurts carried the Eagles in that Super Bowl win?
On offense, Richie, they still got to score points. The defense can be great, but if you're not scoring points.
The definition of carrying, in my perspective, is the whole team, the defense and the offense is doing nothing. You got to carry the entire organization.
No.
Jalen Hurts did not do any carrying in that Super Bowl. He deserved to win the MVP, but he didn't carry them in that game.
So, Richie, let me ask you a question. If you lose 3-0, did you not need your offense to actually put some points up? The defense was phenomenal. Don't you need your offense to still put points up? Jalen Hurts, literally, they shut his run game down. He was running for his life all game, but he made plays regardless. He put that on.
Listen, I like Hurts. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think Jalen Hurts carrying is not.
Did he put the offense on his back in the Super Bowl?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Like,
you wouldn't say that Jalen Hurts put the offense on his back, running for his life almost every play. This is crazy. It's like I don't get it. This is crazy. This is great. How many points did the defense score, by the way?
The defense?
Yeah. How many points did the defense score? Did they score any points?
They did. They had a pick six.
How many? So 6 points they got?
7.
So where the rest of the points came from? Saquon got shut down.
Yeah, but the thing is, the offense did not need to stress to make a lot of plays because the defense completely shut everything down.
They did need to stress. Jalen Hurts kept
they didn't
the ball
need to.
moving.
The defense was historic in that game, bro. They made Mahomes look around like he turned into Sam Darnold on the Jets that one year. That one game.
Didn't keep the ball moving.
Yeah, Mahomes
would have got the ball back several times. I'm sorry. Well, I guess what we're doing now is taking every bit of credit away from Jalen Hurts in that game.
No. I'm not taking any credit away. I actually am on record to say he deserved to win the MVP. But for him to...
So the MVP winner did no carrying.
Like, carrying is a stretch,
do you know some of the stats on the defense with some of those players in that game?
Dude, carrying is a stretch. I'm
curious, though, because you obviously saw the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts did 0 carrying in that game? They ain't gone, man.
Dude, I'm on record to say Hurts deserved to win the MVP of that game. But getting to the Super Bowl, did he carry? The
guy who deserved to win the MVP didn't do any carrying in that game?
But how did I get to the Super Bowl? Who carried him there?
The whole team. The entire team. You act like Jalen Hurts didn't play lights out in that playoff run. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm someone that's given Jalen Hurts credit. I've gotten arguments with people about defending Jalen Hurts. All I'm saying is, and where did this even start?
You brought up Jalen Hurts. I asked you what quarterbacks am I not being even about, and I told you about Justin Herbert. And I said,
no, I think Jalen Hurts I brought up because he was one of those quarterbacks that people knock for not carrying their teams. But in the Super Bowl, he definitely deserved the MVP.
Carries every time the playoff comes. Every time the playoffs come, he carries.
He's a winner.
In almost every game, he plays lights out in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. That's why he's a franchise quarterback. This was started by who are franchise quarterbacks in this league. Guys who have carry ability. Josh Allen, that's why he's a franchise quarterback. There's times he got to just straight up carry, nothing on the team.
Jared Goff, a franchise quarterback?
To me, Jared Goff doesn't carry. He does his job along with that offense.
But he's a franchise quarterback?
I mean, I don't consider him one. I consider him.
You don't consider Jared Goff a franchise quarterback?
I consider him a guy who got a contract and he gonna do his job. He don't do no carrying. He goes along with the offense.
So your definition of a franchise quarterback is someone that has to carry the team?
A franchise quarterback you can lean on. Everybody else is temporary. I mean,
now that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to Jared Goff.
I mean, hey, you can call it what it is. I'm just telling you, guys like Jared Goff, guys like Nick Foles and all of them, you can still win with them, but they're not franchise quarterbacks. You can give them the contract like they are, but they're not carrying guys.
Jared Goff is top 5 in every metric every year the last 3 seasons, leading them to the NFC title game, bringing the Lions, who have done absolutely nothing for years, to the promised land. He's not a franchise quarterback.
Yeah. So you can't.
That's why he got traded. Swapped up.
You can't say that. So you can't say that Jared Goff is carried by his team.
I didn't say that
Jalen Hurts is not carried by his.
I didn't say he carried by the team. I say he does his job along with the team. As long as everybody's doing their job, then everybody wins. It's a good team. They have a good team over there. And Jared Goff is like the perfect game manager. Like, when have you, when have you seen Jared Goff do things just like, oh my gosh, you see what Jared Goff is doing right now? He's carrying them. He's making his
strength is not relying on that. His strength could be said about
accuracy. And so I feel like the same thing could be said about Jalen Hurts. Like, sure. There have been games where Jared Goff has taken over, but that was like what his team needed him to do. Like, they needed him to be a downfield.
Are you basing this off of like highlights or something?
No,
like
highlight level part, Dan? No, I'm not, Richie. For the most part, Jalen Hurts goes along with the ride until they shut down the ride. Then he has to elevate, and he does. That's all I'm saying. It's when they shut down this, everybody's doing their job. When they shut it down, who's going to rise and get the job done anyway? This is why Mahomes is who he is, Josh Allen, Lamar. This is why Jalen Hurts, people argue him in this conversation, because when they shut down the flow of everybody doing their job, who's going to rise and make up the difference?
All right. Last question, and then we'll move on. How many franchise quarterbacks are in the NFL in your brain?
Right now, again, and I could still put like a year 2 or year 3 guy in the category for what they do now, okay? Regardless of them not getting a big deal. I would probably say 7 or 8 quarterbacks in this league are franchise quarterbacks.
Is Justin Herbert a franchise quarterback?
He puts the team on his back and put up 30 plus points. Even when the defense give up 35, he done that for like 4 years in a row. That gives you
Justin Herbert's a franchise quarterback in your definition?
No, because he need to do it in the big moment. And as soon as he does that, he's officially the franchise quarterback.
I would argue Justin Herbert is a franchise quarterback, but I think we have different definitions of the franchise quarterback.
I get it, because he's shown the intangibles to be one, but
he's the face of the Chargers.
You still got to show up in the big moment and complete that.
I don't think the term franchise quarterback doesn't mean you're elite in my brain, I guess. It means that you're like the face of an organization.
Oh, well, everybody, there's 24 franchise quarterbacks there. 24.
It's a quarterback that is a consistent starting quarterback that is leading your team to winning football games and being in playoff conversations year in and year out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I look at it more of a wide lens, I guess.
I see those all the time. I see guys win 9, 10, 11 games.
And by the way, you could be a bad franchise quarterback.
They still see, and that's where the difference is.
That's what I'm saying. I think I have a different perception of what a franchise quarterback is.
You're looking at the image of it, and I'm looking at the play of it. I have a category for franchise quarterback based off of play. But if we're just going off of the NFL definition,
I'm not really looking at play.
Right
it's
now.
just more about you got the contract, you're consistently on the team, and you're consistently winning and being productive. And
who's a franchise quarterback then?
Yeah.
So that's what, okay. Now I understand the difference. Then you're just going off of you get the contract, you're on the team consistently playing.
You're the face of the team.
Okay. Yeah, I don't look at it that way because I don't see you being franchise quarterbacks. To me, are going to last 12 plus years on that organization because they're franchise. It's the whole future is on them. You plan on re up their.
Well, that is Tua. Tua's getting another contract.
No, stop the cap. But that's what a franchise quarterback is to me. A guy who you're going to extend 2
Dak
times
Prescott.
at a minimum.
We have Dad Dean. We have Dad Dean with a $10 donation. I have a fantasy football show, Fantasy Moneyball, on Miss Finn's YouTube channel, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. every Tuesday. So tonight, please come check it out. Love your show, fellas. Dad Dean.
Thank you, Dad Dean. Dad Dean comes in with another one.
We'll tap in. It's every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Got it. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, guys. Go check out Dad Dean's fantasy football show.
Nice.
But TD is going to have to tune in to save his season. These things are looking bleak over there. Sam's playoff implosion was too big to ignore. Slippin' Jimmy 007. Chiefs were held to 0 points until 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Keep in mind that the Eagles defense got 7 points too. Hurts wasn't needed to do much. Invader 135. $5 is coming on in. TD is right about Sam. Big Papa.
Time will tell. We don't know.
$2 donation. Well, folks, let me tell you what. All right, we are just days away before Thursday night football. Baltimore Ravens are taking on the Miami Dolphins. And you know what? I feel like you guys should take advantage of Sleeper. Sleeper Picks, the #1 player prop platform on the market today. It's a very simple process. You just pick anywhere between 2 to 5 players. If you think Lamar Jackson is going to run for over 150 yards on that defense, if you think that Tua is going to get 3+ interceptions, you can put your money where your mouth is. All right, folks, go on ahead and sign up for Sleeper. Link is in description. They're giving you $20 just for signing up. All right, that's a hell of a promo if you were to ask me. And they're also matching 100% of your first deposit all the way up to $100. Great deal. Don't miss out on it. Link is in description. Terms and conditions apply. Shout out to Sleeper.
Don't take any Tua turnovers. Trust me.
Don't take any Tua turnovers.
No. I'm happy we got Miami Dolphins football on Thursday night. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be good.
It could turn our season around.
Well,
hey, man, you guys started 1-7 once and finished 7-8. I mean, no, 9-8.
9-8.
So the real story for me is that I think that this is the first game where Baltimore could potentially turn their season around. I think that this is the beginning of
run through these callers. We got some callers waiting backstage. We got habitual line stepper up first. What up, bro?
What up, man?
What up, bro?
How you doing?
I'm busy chewing. I'm gonna try to get this out quick. The show yesterday was top 10. I don't know. I can't say that too much for today. I spent way too much time talking about Sam Darnold. But the show was top 10 yesterday. Richie, when you go off like you did at the beginning, just take out that little part where you say, I don't want to take away from their victory. Fuck the victory. We knew we was going to steal that game. But the biggest story is them trying to trick the people and telling Lamar was going to be back and we might lose a draft pick. Now, Adam Schefter say it might just be a fine, but who knows? With the gambling situation, I think the NFL is going to take it more serious, but who knows? Enjoy the day, fellas.
Appreciate you, bro.
Somebody with the Jets?
He's a Ravens fan.
Oh, he was talking about a gambling situation.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about at the end. They're going to take it more serious.
Lino. No, it's the Lamar. It's the practice thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. Lino's up. What up, bro?
It's the 4th and Forever crew. How we doing this evening?
Good, man. Good.
Doing well,
fantastic,
man.
Brother.
Hey, Dan Mitchell, you keep that smirk on your face, man. The Jills are better than the Jets. You know what I'm saying? JTS, we suck.
Oh, it's
hey,
better, man. It's
Tony,
better than you. It's hibernating.
Tony, you crawfish bum. No, this is Broski, not Lowski. Hey, that conversation I had about Sam Darnold, man. Richie, man, you were killing him, man. TD taking L's left and right, man. He's the king definition of say something for somebody else and exclude it for somebody else. Like TD is the ultimate flip flopper. He'll say one thing about somebody else and think that it's excluded for somebody else. I can't wait till
Time
the
always
Dolphins
tell.
get smacked up. Tom do always tell. You're right about that. But one question I wanted to ask though, because I didn't want to go on a rant about the Dolphins and all that. This is for Richie and Tony. Who's off limits on the training deadline for y'all guys?
Thanks for the call, Lino. Yeah, for me, off limits is Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. I would prefer Breece Hall to be off limits personally. I'd rather extend him. I'm a fan of good players, but I don't think he's super off limits. Those are the players I would say. I think Quinnen has a chance to get traded, and I think Michael Carter II is the most likely to actually get traded from the Jets. Anybody on the Dolphins, TD?
No, everybody's off limits for the Dolphins. All right. If it was me, everybody would be available except those we drafted in the last 2 years.
All right. A week from today, the deadline. I can't wait for it. Parks is up next on the hotline. What up, Parks?
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What up, man?
Richie, don't let Lino lie to you, bro. Don't let him lie
I'm
to you.
not gonna let you lie, bro.
But Sam Darnold ain't no damn franchise quarterback.
Now I never said he was. Don't put words in
Because
my
my
mouth.
definition of a franchise quarterback.
I never said Sam was a franchise quarterback, Parks.
Okay. My definition of a franchise quarterback is: can you win because of him, not win with him? You can win with Sam Darnold. You ain't gonna win too many games because of him. The playoffs showed you that, just like Jared Goff. The playoffs showed you that. Dan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Well, this is all three of y'all. There was a famous battle rapper they used to say named Pat Stay, RIP, used to say, "Look, y'all gotta win, bro. Look at y'all go. Look at y'all go. Y'all gotta win." And I'm happy. And Richie, I'm gonna say this since you said that Quinnen Williams. Hey man, go and trade us Quinnen Williams or Jermaine Johnson.
Here, Park. No,
I'm out of here, fellas.
We ain't trade nobody. We ain't trade nobody to those freaking Patriots.
Those Patriots, man.
Appreciate you,
Those
Parks.
Patriots. But guys, listen, we've been talking a lot about fantasy, and we can credit RotoWire for the wonderful draft package that we were telling you about this August and September. But now they are offering a crazy product where they actually give you some of the most advanced analytics to help you make conscious decisions when putting together your player prop parlays. RotoWire is offering 15% off by signing up using the link in our description. They end up giving you all of the locks for overs and unders on the Sleeper platform exclusively. And I got to tell you what, I've been winning pretty consistently for the past couple of weeks on my player prop plays. So certainly go give it a shot if you want to take your player prop game to the next level. Shout out to RotoWire for being a proud partner of today's show. Damn.
Shout out. And I got to give RotoWire all the credit in the world, baby, because your boy's sitting at the top of the fantasy football league. Thank you to RotoWire. And I just beat TD Finn's talk in a matchup where I even had Drake London benched. I forgot. Well, I started him, but he was hurt. And I was still able to beat TD. TD talks a lot in fantasy. He was talking a lot of smack to me. Your boy Richie's sitting at the top 7-1, beating TD Finn's elite. Couldn't even beat me when I forgot to swap out Drake London.
Stop, Cap.
With his injury, man.
It was a bye week for a lot of my players, so we'll get it right.
Bro, I had Garrett Wilson injured. All right, I don't want to hear it. I got a lot of players I couldn't play, and I had Drake London starting when he wasn't even playing. TD, I want to hear no excuse. And you made the mistake of starting Dowdle and Hubbard, two Panthers running backs against the Bills.
Richie, I had too many people on the bye. I had no choice.
Oh,
look,
man.
all those 0 points down there at the bottom.
So let's see the updated standings of the Fantasy Football League. We got me at the top at 7-1. It's lonely at the top here. Folks, the Jets stink, so let me soak in some victory somewhere, baby. We got our boy Nimas Learning Lane at number 2 at 5-3. DD's and tied at 5-3, and Dan JD. And JD the Great. So we have and TD Finstock. Wow, we have a what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-way tie right here.
So hold on, how many teams made the playoffs?
6.
Okay.
So you're the last seed, TD. You would be playing the second seed.
It's just
if the playoffs were to start today.
Yeah.
Give me that bye, baby.
So 1 and 2 get the bye.
And let me remind you guys, I have 3 Jets on my fantasy football team, and I'm 7-1. Let that sink in, baby.
And all three of them are on a bye as you play Dan Mitchell.
And I'm picking up some waiver right now, Dan, and I'm about to smoke you this week.
Man. I don't know, man. We got JSN out there, dude.
Yeah,
man.
Hey, bro. I mean, if I could afford a loss this week, I could afford.
Yeah.
Damn, who's throwing JS in the ball?
Sam Darnold.
Oh no.
Hey, yeah, go look at JSN's numbers this season. Video game.
He's the best wide receiver in the league. He still leads in receiving yards. He's coming off.
And I wonder why he's the best wide receiver in the league. You know what's required to be the best wide receiver in the league?
Being the best wide receiver in the league.
Who was the best receiver last year? Justin Jefferson was the best last year. I wonder why.
So I have been on your side about Sam Darnold like all episode long, but with JSN, he's just that dude.
No, I know. It's obviously
he's a quality wide receiver.
I wanted the Jets to draft him that draft, but we drafted Will McDonald instead. I wanted so bad to get JSN with Garrett Wilson. He went 17 or something, or around there. The Jets were picking 15, and I wanted him to be with Garrett Wilson or 1-2, but we went with Will McDonald, who's a good player, but not JSN level. So sad. But hey, we shall see. We got a lot of fun things on the network, folks. We're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Roundtable Sports, brought to you by Sleeper and RotoWire. We love you. We're out. And want to give it one more shout out. Tune in tonight. We got 5 divisional shows live across the network. Go check out NFC East, all those live across the network. We'd appreciate you guys. And remember, if you're a Patreon caller, you have access to call into those shows. So don't be shy. Go call into those shows tonight. 5 episodes tonight. Peace out, folks.